Hi guys, this is Miss Nancy from the Enchanteur Kitchen, and I have Emma here and Bennett, and they're going to help me with videos each day, I hope, to send out to you. We're going to do lots of different things, and after we get finished with the activity, Emma will always have a knock-knock joke for you. So today, we're going to read one of my favorite books, Fancy Nancy. It's written by Jane O'Connor and illustrated by Robin Glazer. This is Nancy's room before she decorates it. I love being fancy. Look how fancy her room became. My favorite color is fuchsia. That's a fancy way of saying purple. I like to write my name with a pen that has a plume. That's a fancy way of saying a feather. And I can't wait to learn French because everything in French sounds fancy. Nobody in my family is fancy at all. They never even ask for sprinkles. You know, you remember I always have sprinkles in my pantry at Anshe. There's a lot they don't understand. Lace-trimmed socks do help me play soccer much better. Sandwiches definitely taste better when you stick in frilly toothpicks. A princess is supposed to keep her tiara on. What's a fancy girl to do? I asked my doll, Mirabelle. Her full name is Mirabelle Lavinia Chandelier. Then I get an idea that is stupendous. That's a fancy word for great. Maybe I can teach my family how to be fancy. I make an ad and stick it on the fridge. Learn to be fancy with lessons from Nancy. Start today, easy, fun, and free. So here she is teaching them. Plain is yellow. A fancy color is gold. Here is plain leather, but fancy is patent leather. Glasses are plain, but sunglasses are really fancy. Soon there is a knock on my door. My family saw the ad. They want to get started right away. The trouble is, my family doesn't own any fancy clothes. That's okay. I go find, what's that fancy word? Oh, yes. Some accessories. My mom twirls in front of the mirror. Why don't we go somewhere fancy tonight? Ooh la la, my family is so posh. That's a fancy word for fancy. How about dinner at the King's Crown? Dad suggests. Wow, my parents are acting fancy already. May I escort you lovely ladies outside? The limousine is waiting. My dad is our chauffeur. That's a fancy word for driver. When we arrive at the King's Crown, everyone looks up. They probably think we are movie stars. I'm so proud of my whole family. They eat with their pinkies up and call each other darling. Look, they're having pizza like I make for you in the kitchen. For dessert, let's have parfaits, my mom says. That's the French word for ice cream sundaes. We'll have to try that one time again. Amazing, my mother knows French. When our parfaits are ready, I curtsy and say, merci. That's thank you in French. I carry the tray like a fancy waiter. Oops, I slip. The tray does a double flip. I don't feel fancy anymore. I want to go home. After I get cleaned up, I put on my dressing gown. That's fancy words for a bathrobe. I feel much better and I'm ready for a parfait. I tell my parents, thank you for being fancy tonight. I love you, my dad says. I love you, my mom says. And all I say back is, I love you. Because there isn't a fancy or better way of saying that. And now, whoops, I guess I didn't stay too fancy. Emma got me all fancied up. Now Emma's going to come and give you a knock-knock joke for the day.
Today's knock-knock joke is knock-knock.
Who's there?
Boo. Boo hoo. Don't cry, it's just a knock-knock joke.
Waka waka. Bye, guys.
Bye.